I don't know at this point what company Joe Hendry is actually
I
under.
know.
I don't get it. I mean, the man has his own collection on Peacock. He's appeared, I'm pretty sure, consecutively for like 3 weeks, maybe 2. I don't even know. It's consecutively on NXT, and then he's a TNA contracted wrestler and was in their world title match, pinned the world champion,
And
didn't become champion, but still
now he's
pinned the world
trying to
champion
become the number 1 contender to the
for the
NXT championship.
NXT championship. Like like this man might be one of the most viral wrestling sensations I say in the last 25 years that they're like I've never seen anything like what we are seeing with Joe Hendry, and I don't know how to fully put my emotions about it into words, but every time I see someone talk about it or if I see his face and sing the song, I clap along every time. It's the best thing you could possibly have if you're a wrestling fan because it's that one thing that is you could throw to your non-wrestling friend and
Mhm.
they're gonna be into it because like fuck that's catchy or shit that's odd like they're into it too because of how catchy it is.
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
What?
Do you want me to spoil SmackDown for you or
I guess.
well so, oh my god they're wearing headsets.
Is it
Oh my
Pretty
god.
Deadly?
Oh my god, yes. Oh my god.
They're wearing
They're
headsets?
in Sarah, they're in the opening segment.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah, I'm so excited. Ugh, okay.
Oh my god, she's on a throne. Sorry, I gotta get I will rein it in, but
Okay.
SmackDown just started and
So what I
yeah.
was gonna say is, we've talked about how interesting it is that TNA has been so lenient. I don't know, with how much they're allowing WWE to utilize Hendry on NXT every week or in graphics or promotions, whatever. And I still am amazed by that, but I do think that they see the benefit, that they're receiving benefits from that too. It's not just like a one-sided thing, like as great as it is for Hendry to be featured in WWE television, it's just as good for TNA because everybody knows that he is a TNA talent at the end of the day, even if we are questioning it because of how often he's in NXT. So they're going to be reaping the benefits, but I also think um he is the like if I had to choose anybody right now to be in this position, it's Joe Hendry. Like it makes so much sense for him to be that guy that's on NXT practically every single week. It just makes sense and people want to see it. That's the thing is like the fandom for Joe Hendry doesn't stop at people who watch TNA on a regular basis. It is now becoming I mean, he's on WWE TV. His face is flashing before Raw. It's like it's growing across just the Wrestleverse, as we call it. Um, but I would be interested to see if, because of how much they are using him in NXT and in WWE, if this means that there is going to be an eventual slide over. Like it kind of feels that that's what they're doing. Like they think or they already know that maybe whenever his contract is up with TNA, they're going to take him on. It just feels like they might know a little bit more than what we know, obviously, because nobody else is being featured as much as him from TNA. No one else has gotten a playlist on Peacock. No one
It's
else is
insane.
being
That boggles my
have
mind.
no one else is having their photo flashed on Raw. You know what I mean? And I get it's different, but you know what I'm saying? Like we're
No,
not
it's 100 you can keep going. You're
so
1,000% right.
yeah,
And
so it just feels like we don't know the details of contracts the same way that we do in sports. So I don't know when his contract is up with TNA, but I really would not be surprised if there's already been maybe even a verbal agreement or a conversation about him coming to NXT. I'm fine with that. I don't know how well it would. The only reason I say this is because it hasn't always worked in the past, so that's why I'm just not sure. But I don't know how well the Joe Hendry gimmick will do once it gets onto the main roster, because similar gimmicks, characters, whatever, that are kind of trendy and whatever you want to say, have flopped or were not. They were hot for like a month and then they weren't.
They fizzle. Yeah, they fizzle.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he's also a little bit reluctant because of that, and I don't blame him. Like, history has shown that it doesn't always do well, but then there are those ones that it's like, okay, yeah, this is working every single week, so just keep doing it, and he could become that guy that you're like, oh, okay, like Fandango didn't do very well, or Fandango, but once they made him with Tyler Breeze, the Fashion Police was a hot hit. You know what I mean?
SmackDown on the Blue brand.
Yeah, and that was something that no one would expect, but they got over. So I don't know.
I wonder if they are using Hendry right now in NXT and the contract to bump him to main roster when like they sign him. You know what I mean? Like, keep trying this out so that it's like all right, how long does this stick? It's gonna be very interesting. And for the whole TNA WWE partnership experience, how's it going for the fans? Well, I subscribed to TNA Plus and watched TNA last night before falling asleep. So they got a fan because of this.